It snowed hard in the Colorado Rockies this winter, but it's too early to tell if the above-average snowpack will help the drought-stricken Colorado River, which supplies water to 40 million people in 7 states and Mexico. One good year of snowmelt isn't enough to fill Lake Mead. That's why the SNWA continues to diversify its water supply and increase conservation efforts. Since 1999, Lake Mead's water levels have dipped steadily and significantly. While a wet winter in Colorado is good news, Lake Mead still faces challenging times, and water levels are expected to continue to decline through 2015. One of the primary reasons is normal annual release volumes from Lake Powell are insufficient to curb declining Lake Mead elevations. This is exacerbated by mandatory cuts in the reservoir's annual release of water from Lake Powell in 2014. That means Lake Powell will release 750,000 acre-feet less water to Lake Mead. The reduction alone will cause an additional decline in Lake Mead of more than 8 feet. If the lake's elevation drops below 1,075 feet on January 1st, a federally declared shortage will reduce the amount of water that can be drawn from the lake.
Well, because our community has been a world leader in conservation, it won't mean a lot initially. We've already conserved the first 3 levels of cuts, and only if Lake Mead continues to decline dramatically will our community have to take additional measures.
The snow season in the Rockies lasts through April, and it will be a few weeks before the Bureau of Reclamation can fully measure the effects of the overall snowmelt from the winter season. However, the Water Authority won't take a wait-and-see approach. The organization, which manages water resources for the region, has contingency plans to keep the water flowing to more than 2 million residents who call Las Vegas home. Part of SNWA's long-term planning involves constructing critical infrastructure, such as the 3rd intake in Lake Mead that mitigates potential impacts from drought and shortages. This new and deeper intake is the largest and most complex construction project undertaken by the SNWA. Crews are now drilling a 3-mile tunnel under the lake, where it will eventually connect to a new intake structure already constructed on the lake bottom. Intake number 3 will allow the Water Authority continued access to high-quality drinking water should lake levels sink below one of the 2 current intakes. Although Colorado River water is Southern Nevada's primary water resource, it does not represent all of our resources. The Water Authority works to develop additional water resources that augment Southern Nevada's river allocation. Banked groundwater is one important resource. Like a savings account, groundwater banking provides the SNWA the ability to store water for future use. The Water Authority has 3 water banking programs, one with Arizona, one with California, and one in Southern Nevada, where Colorado River water is stored within each region for future use.
The water banks serve a critical role in our overall resource portfolio. We've banked more than 5 years of total supply for the valley that can be used in an emergency situation. The limitations of water banking, however, is they are limited and temporary in nature. They don't provide a long-term solution to our valley's resource problems.
The SNWA also is preparing for tougher conditions by ensuring a significant number of in-state groundwater resources are available when needed. The Water Authority has secured rights-of-way from the Bureau of Land Management to place the necessary infrastructure on public lands and is now working through the legal processes related to these permits. Construction of this safety net will not begin until conditions warrant. In addition to securing future resources, SNWA extends its current river resources through a variety of measures. For instance, Southern Nevada reclaims nearly all of its wastewater, either through return flow credits or direct use, which means the water is treated and returned to Lake Mead. Recycled water accounts for roughly 40% of the water used in Southern Nevada, making it our 2nd largest water resource. Reclaimed wastewater is highly treated to a level that is safe enough for use in irrigation and other outdoor uses. Water conservation is an important water resource as well, and thanks to the community, Southern Nevadans helped decrease annual water consumption by nearly 32 billion gallons between 2002 and 2013. Knowing our community can rise to the challenge, the SNWA has raised the bar, asking residents and businesses to reduce average community water use by an additional 6% by 2035. Incentive programs and other resources offered on snwa.com are designed to help make that challenge easier. With an eye to the future, the Water Authority recently updated its water conservation plan through 2018. The plan describes conservation goals and details strategies for continued water savings. It also provides a review of the SNWA's conservation programs and achievements.
Well, Southern Nevada is absolutely a world leader when it comes to municipal conservation. Our community has reduced its consumptive use of water by more than 33% just in the last 12 years. And to put that in context, that's the same time period where our population increased by 25%. And there's simply no other community in the world that can compare to those kinds of water savings.
There's no way to tell when the drought will end, but the SNWA is planning for the future. And with the community's continued support and conservation efforts, we're all working to ensure the sustainability of Southern Nevada. Reporting for Waterways, I'm Christine Vaughn.